In July, LEGO announced a global price increase ranging from 5% to 25%. Over the years, LEGO has been increasing in price, but sales have been increased instead of falling. The more the price increases, the more willing those crazy fans are to spend their money buying LEGO and stock up the products. In the second-hand market, some LEGO products have been accumulated to sky-high prices. The price of the Eiffel Tower, for example, has skyrocketed for 60.5 times than before, and the Corner Cafe, as the pioneer work of the Street View series, has risen of 24 times. LEGO's financial report in 2020 shows that its annual revenue growth is as high as 27%, about $8.1 billion. Today, LEGO is not only a block building toy anymore, but it's investment. It's some kind of things like collection. For example, LEGO building blocks can be as Bitcoin. General circulation. The rich people will put LEGO limited insurance of green particles as a bet, on the street of London. $50 of LEGO gift card, you can exchange $10 of drugs. Even the policeman also seized a professional criminal gun. Their side business is money laundering and hiking, and the main business is actually to steal LEGO. And in today's video, I will take you to understand this legendary enterprise, how they can rebirth in the crisis again and again, become popular all over the world. The toy giant. In 1916, a man named Ollie founded a furniture workshop in the Danish town of Billund. His main business was to make seats and benches. One day, when it was a cold winter, Ollie's son felt really cold and lighted the glue heater in the factory. It was quite warm, but the huge fire burned the factory to the ground. Ollie woke up and found that the place he had founded was only a pile of ruins. Everyone thought that he would be collapsed, but he was an extremely optimistic guy, and he immediately invested more money and rebuilt a larger furniture factory. In order to boost the factory, he gave the factory name the LEGO. In Danish, LEGO is to play with the meaning of fun. He does not want everyone, because of this fire, feel like the furniture is dark, may have some kind of fate in the dark. Actually, LEGO in Latin means blazing, which seems to imply that LEGO will set off a shocking toy revolution, which is blazing decades later. In 1929, when the Great Depression swept through all the society, the factory was crumbling, and the orders dropped dramatically. Employees were laid off, and to make matters worse, Ollie's wife, who had been with Ollie for many years, died of illness. A series of bad luck did not break Ollie, and he adjusted his strategy, no longer making large pieces of furniture, but opened up a new path and began to produce small wooden toys. For example, this kind of wooden docking, the mouth can be open and closed, but also make a sound, was very popular at that time. And even the product is exported to overseas market. Later, this darkling has become a symbol of LEGO. After all, it's the starting point of the dream. This duckling was placed in the LEGO Museum right now, become the treasure of the town hall. Unfortunately, in 1942, the small and successful factory was burned to the ground by another fire. For Ollie, who has experienced many battles, this is nothing. He immediately rebuilt the factory, and with great vision, he purchased the patent rights of the Kiddy Craft from another toy company at that time. This is kind of a plastic building block particles which have wide properties and can be spliced with other particles, this kind of splicing bite particle also laid the foundation of the future LEGO empire to displace across generations. At this point, Ollie had laid the foundation of the LEGO empire. After his death, the responsibility has handed over his son Fred. Fred was more powerful than his father, and under his leadership, LEGO really embarked on the road of race. In 1954, Fred went to England, and on the ship he met with a guy who is a super fan of toy, and this guy just complained to him, like, nowadays the toy is really fun, but it's lack of system, and after play it, I just want to throw it away. That is too money wasting. After hearing that, Freddy just suddenly realized that he needed to come up with a new concept system in playing toys, because the early building block cannot be fixed. Sometimes touch it and scattered. So LEGO began to look for a plan to make the building block fixed. In 1958, LEGO established in the invention patent that changed the history of toys. The building block with a round tube at the bottom. With a round tube at the bottom, players can make the building block bite each other, and this patent is also the core technology of LEGO. And now, LEGO particles still use this design, which can be perfectly adapted to the particle 62 years ago. Here's a brief talk about this brilliance of the design. I believe everyone has heard Steve Jobs' less is more, this kind of concept. That is the most basic thing which can develop infinite possibilities. This also applies to LEGO. All its products only need to produce plastic particles. Even the LEGO building block produced 50 years ago can bite and match perfectly with those produced in 2022. There are nearly 1 billion different combinations of LEGO building blocks just with the 6 standard particles. Even if you do nothing, 100 combinations can be fought every day for hundreds of years. This is not only allow the entire system of LEGO to continue indefinitely, but also in terms of cost. LEGO does not need to configure product line for every toy produced, and it will not need to replace the production line because the toys are outdated. So it reduced the investments of this kind of heavy equipment. And this time, LEGO equipped with this core technology is even more powerful and has the foundation to reach the top of the toy industry. Just as this development of the LEGO was in full swing, a third fire broke out in the factory in 1960s. And all the wooden toys were burned to the ground. This fire accident for once is an accident. For toys, it's coincidence. But if it happens the third time, that is something important you have to consider. So he just realized that the safety of the risk of wooden products need to consider. If he continued to burn like this, no matter how big this family was, how big this factory was, he would lose all his money. So he made a decision, that is to give up wooden toys completely and use only plastic instead. At that time, LEGO was kind of divided because of this decision, and even two brothers of Fred who were angry ran away because of this. But the decision also clarified the future direction of LEGO. After the third fire, LEGO was reborn and back to the market with a stronger image. LEGO then set up a toy development department. This department focuses on the product innovation research and development, contributed a lot of new ideas for development of LEGO. They have achieved a lot of classes. Also, LEGO would like to design different kind of toys based on different ages and different genders. It also spent a lot of money to adapt to a series of measures to introduce IP cooperation, such as Star Wars, Harry Potter. They attract a lot of fans of those IPs. and they just become the loyal consumer to Lego products. Then it set foot in the movies, such as filming Lego Batman and other advertisements. In addition, it co-branded with BMW, Volvo, and other car brands to attract those consumers of cars, and launched hardcore products such as the mechanical series and the programming series to attract mechanical fans and computer crazy fans. Now, Lego has also launched products to help the blind, visually impaired. Anyway, it has achieved all-round coverage across occupations and ages. Lego sales have also risen all the way. This kind of rapid growth has been maintained until the early 1990s, when there was a crisis come. The first crisis is that their patent actually expired, so other companies just copy their products and to replicate Lego products. And the most frustrating thing is that discounters' products can also be put together with Lego. That is really a headache for Lego, but it's not over yet. The second crisis just comes later. With the development of the science and technology, a variety of electronic toys and video game consoles turned out. The children are shouting, "I don't want Lego, I want Super Mario." In the face of this kind of impact of new entertainment, Lego was also messed up, began to blindly expand their scale, develop new toy products, invest in TV series and movies, enter into the jewelry material, things like that. So all the way to do business not only did not make money, but also almost put this company into bankruptcy. From 1998 to 2004, Lego just suffered the coldest winter for 7 years in the history, during which a total loss of 3,000 billion Danish currency. This time, the company got no way to go. So the third generation leader of Lego just woke up and realized that they got to begin to look for rescue. At that time, that CEO just took his position to another new guy. And this new CEO just took office after these reforms, decided to return to the original purpose of this company, only focused on building blocks toys. Firstly, they cut off all those products which are not profitable or even lose money, followed by the adjustment of the theme structure of the package according to those consumers' needs, focusing on development of popular theme series, such as the City Police, the Fire Truck Suits, a series of reforms greatly reducing this company's operating cost. But also they obtained an additional cash in the snow. Although it has suffered a wave of heavy losses, the building block ecology that Lego has spent decades building has quickly reborn. The Lego's revenue and profits have risen sharply and even become the world's top 500 in 1980. Lego got the name as the toy of the century for twice, and about 500 million people grow up in this company of Lego. On this planet, on average, everyone can have more than 100 Lego building blocks. And for some parents, they like their children to play Lego because this kind of game can not only enhance their intelligence, but also in the process of building together with their parents, cultivate feelings with their parents, to promote their relationship. This is a good thing. In 2021, the Lego Group already has more than 600 branches, retail stores all over the world. Anyway, looking back on the history of Lego's nearly 100 years of development, this legendary company has been suffered raise and downs. However, after countless challenges, it is the original intention that will never change, that has always supported this continuous development. They insist on the quality control and encourage creation. Only a consistent and creative toy company can inspire creative players and ingenious toy companies to produce the most loyal fans. In this era, when everyone is eager for success, Lego's persistence are invaluable. No matter how the world changes, we will always remember the magnificent and lovely Lego City. They just left the precious memory in our childhood and also filled our youth with creative light and provided a real tenderness for the rest of our life. There's still a long way to go, and I hope that for LEGO, they never forget this original intention in the next 100 years and bring us more happiness and creativities.